Good morning to all. I know that all of you are in festive mood, but at the same time you have to focus in the studies too. Mock examination is going to start in the month of December or in the month of January, and it will be offline. So I think that you will pay attention in the studies too, and you will manage your time. Okay, so I have sore throat, cough and cold, so my voice is a little bit changed. Hope you will consider and cooperate with me. In today's video session, I will start chapter 10, which is Introduction to Internet and Web. So let us move ahead with the topic of this very chapter. So the first topic of this very chapter is Introduction to Internet. You all are aware what Internet is. Again, the same topic I want to discuss once more. Internet is a large number of smaller interconnected networks. These network links thousands of computers to share the information with each other and to share the various resources. In nutshell, you can say the internet is a collection of thousands of computers which are interconnected to share the information as well as to share the resources. So how internet came into existence? So first of all, we will see the history of internet. ARPANET, you all are aware about this very name, ARPANET. It is Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. A is advanced, R research, P projects, A agency, NET network. In 1969, first time the seeds of internet planted by the US Department of Defense sponsored a project named ARPANET. In 1969, the first seed of internet were planted by the US Department of Defense. Okay. Now, the topic which is given in your syllabus is, the first one is World Wide Web, which is WWW. What WWW is? It is also known as web, which is a collection of websites and web pages stored in web servers and connected to local computers through the internet. The collection of websites and web pages stored in a web server is known as the World Wide Web. That introduction, the definition of World Wide Web can be written as WWW is a set of programs. Sometimes it is known as W3. W3 means W thrice will be written as WWW, which is a set of programs, standards and protocols governing the way in which multimedia files, which is the combination of text, photographs, graphics, video and audio, are created and displayed on the internet. Multimedia files are the multimedia means more than one media, which is text, photographs, graphics, video, audio, sound, etc. So it is a set of programs, standard and protocol which governs the way in which multimedia files are displayed on the internet. How the multimedia files will be created and how it will be displayed on the internet. Before WWW, internet was mainly used for obtaining the textual information. When WWW were not there, then basically the textual information shared among the computers. But later on, where after post WWW, you can say post WWW, because of the graphic intensive nature of WWW, internet grew tremendously. WWW supports the graphics. Because of the intensive use of the graphic, the WWW in the internet grew tremendously. The graphical components are included in www, and therefore afterwards internet grew tremendously. It grew very fastly. So one question may come in the exam, that what is the difference between www and internet? www is World Wide Web. World Wide Web, in short it is web. So the large part of internet is the World Wide Web. The large part of internet is World Wide Web, which is in short www. Internet is the collection of computers or networking devices connected together, while www is a collection of documents linked via special links called the hyperlinks. www forms a large part of the internet, but it is not the internet. One is the container, the other is an item within the container. So this is the difference between www and internet. Internet is a collection of computers or networking devices, but www is a collection of documents linked via hyperlinked, and it is a large part of the internet. Internet is the container and www is the item within this container. Different internet terminology. For 1 or 2 mark question, this terminology is very much important along with the example. So the first terminology, and you all are aware about that, is the term web server. So what is web server? A web server is a computer that stores websites on the internet and responds to the request made by the web browser. Web browser responds the request made by the browser. Some example of web server are Apache, IIS, Nginx, Lightspeed, etc. These are the web servers. Difference between a server and a web server. In the last chapter I have told regarding the server that it is a computer which responds the request made by the client. So what is the difference between a simple server and a web server? Let us see. A server is a computer or device or a network that manages network resources. A server serves requests mainly related to the resources on the network, such as sharing of resources like printer or sharing of storage, etc. It manages these resources. Resources means the printer, the storage, etc. Storage means the memory, etc. But web servers are the computer that deliver web pages. It handles HTTP request. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. For example, if we enter any URL, any address like http www.cbse.nic.in/index.html, if we write this URL in the address bar of the web browser, then this sends a request to the web server. This particular address sends a request to the web server whose domain name is cbse.nic.in. The server then fetches the pages named index.html and sends it to the browser. That means in the form of URL we requested the things from the web server, and the web server fulfill the request and sends it to the browser. This is the concept of the server as well as the web server. Next terminology is web browser. Web browser is a program or software on a client computer that receives the information from the web. Whatever works you do in the internet, whatever services you do, whatever requests you ask from the server, it is with the help of the web browser only. So you are the client, your machine is the client. So web browser is a program or software on a client computer that receives the information from the web. For example, popular web servers are Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Netscape, Mosaic, Opera, Safari, Lynx, etc. For the case study sort of question, for the example of web browser, or what do you mean by web browser, give the example. So this will help you a lot. So for each topic you need to make a note in your copy. Third component is URL. URL full form is very important. Uniform Resource Locator. What is URL? Each website has a unique address called URL. Your school website is www.keralischool.edu.in. This is the website. When you do the Campus Care app, when you open the Campus Care app, then you give the address as kerali.campuscare.info. So this is what? This is actually the URL of a website. So www.kerali.campuscare.info is one of the URL of the Campus Care. Okay. So URL is nothing but it is the address of the website. Parts of URL is also very important. There are actually three parts: type, address, path. Where type is the type of the server in which file is located. Address is the address of the server, and path tells the location of files on the server. For example, http encycle.msn.com getinfo styles.asp. Here http is the type of the server, encyclemsn.com is the address of the server, and getinfo styles.asp is the path of the file styles.asp. So what is given in the URL, okay, at last is the name of the file which you want to access of that particular website. So styles.asp is the name of the file, okay, and this name of the file is located under the folder getinfo. So it is the actually the path of the file. Styles.asp path is getinfo/styles.asp. This forward slash indicates that it is the path, and http is the name of the type of the server. It is the type of the server. Full form of http is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So this is the parts of the URL: type, address, and path. Next term is website. Each topic you have heard in your lower classes, you have learned in lower classes, you are aware of it. Once again, just remind the things. So website is a collection of web pages, images, video, audio, or any other kind of digital files that are hosted on one or several web servers. Website is a collection of web pages, as your IP book is a website and the individual pages are the web pages. So you can say like that: website is a collection of web pages, images, video. When you open the website, you see the documents, your text files, images, audio, video, and many things are included in that. So it is a collection of web pages, images, audio, video, or any other kind of digital files that are hosted on one or several web servers. Okay, so the first page of website, when you open any website, the first page which appears is known as home page, where all the links related to other documents are displayed. That particular home page, the links are available, and when you will click on this particular links, you will be taking to the another web pages, you will be taking to the other documents of the website. So the first page of the website is known as the home page. Next component is web page. It is an electronic document or page designed using HTML. Web page is designed using hypertext markup language. You have already learned this language in standard 9 as well as in standard 10th. So it is an electronic document or page which is designed using the HTML. It displays the information in textual or graphical forms. In web page, textual matters as well as the graphics are displayed. Okay, so traversal from one page to another web page. Traversal means movement. The movement from one page to another web page is possible through hyperlinks. This hyperlinks is actually the links which is the underlined one, which is given initially in blue color. So when you will click on that, you will be taking to the another web page or another document. So what is web page? The collection of it is the electronic document or page which is designed using the HTML. It contains the information, it displays the information textual as well as in graphical format. Web page is of two types: static web page, dynamic web page. A static web page displays same kind of information whenever a user visit. Whenever the user visit to any website, then the static web pages display always the same kind of information. And a static web page generally has .html or .html as an extension. So when you will create your web page using HTML, that is known as you are actually creating the static web pages. Second type of web page is the dynamic web page. An interactive web page is dynamic web page. It uses scripting languages to display changing content on the web page. Whenever you will visit to any website, always the web pages will be changed. Once you will visit in any website, when later on you will visit, then it will be changed. So it is known as the dynamic web pages. It is an interactive web pages which displays the changing content. Okay, so it has .php, .asp or .jsp as an extension. Whichever files has this very extension belongs to the dynamic web page, and which file is having .html as an extension related to the static web page, where the contents are always similar whenever you will visit. But dynamic web pages, whenever you will visit, the contents are always changed. Components of web page. It is given in the syllabus that what are the different components of the web page. A web page is a digital document containing information in digital form. As you know, it is a document. Which type of document? It is a digital document which contains the information in digital form. Digital form, textual, graphics, etc. contains in a web page, includes in a web page. So the components of a web page: content wise and components of a web page structure wise. Two types of components are there in a web page: content wise as well as structure wise. One by one we will see. Content wise, first one is the content wise. The components of a web pages are hypertext and hyperlinks. There are two types of components which contains inside as a content wise component of web page. 1 mark, 2 mark questions may come. First is the hypertext. What is hypertext? It refers to the digital text which include the information in various media format such as text, images, graphics, video, sound, hyperlinks. It is a digital text which include the information in various formats as text, images, graphics, etc. Whereas hyperlinks refers to a link. Okay, when you will tell about the hypertext, it will be a digital text. When you will be telling about the links, hyperlink, then it will be a link. So hyperlink refers to a link from a hypertext file to another such file. A hyperlink can be in the form of a graphic or text. You have seen it. Whenever you will move your mouse pointer to any of the word, to any of the text, to any of the graphics, if it changes to the hand shape, then it is known as that particular text, that particular graphic is hypertext. Upon clicking, you will be moving to the another documents. Okay, so hyperlink refers to a link from a hypertext file to another such file. A hyperlink can be in the form of graphic or text upon clicking where the link document open up. Okay, and the second components of a web page is the structure wise. The second one, the structure wise, the component of web pages are, first of all, you will give the page title, then you will write the header of the web page, then body of the web pages, then navigational links, then footer, etc. So one line you can explain it. I haven't explained it. You can go through the book where you can see what all information, what all topic, what all text you will write under this very headings. What is page title, what is header, body of the web page, what do you mean by navigational links, what is footer, etc. So here it is, two things is very clear, like there are two types of components on a web page, content wise, structure wise. Under the content wise you will write about the hypertext, hyperlinks, and under the structure wise you will write about the web pages component as page title, header, footer, body of the web page, navigational link, the hyperlinks, etc. So for today's class, this much I wanted to discuss with you all. It is my request that whatever I have taught in this particular video, you must note down in your copy, because when you will go through the topic during the examination day, all the topics will be at the same place and you will not face any problem in understanding the topic. So for today's class, this much you have to revise it and you have to note down in the copy. Next class, another video I will be showing in front of you. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.